What are they talking about? Hi, Sussex Squad. I just stumbled upon this article in People about Harry's trip to Canada when William was in Brazil. I mean, I'm thinking this went back at least 10 days, right? At this point, or 7 to 10 days at least, right? But apparently it's not over, and people in the palace over across the pond are still complaining to publications like People magazine that Harry did not inform William that he would be in Canada at the same time that William was in Brazil. So it means that if this is true and People is not just making stuff up, it seems to suggest that William is still bitter and angry and peeved and annoyed and hurt and perturbed by Harry's trip to Canada for Remembrance Day on or about November 6th. And I'm like, I'm trying to analyze what would cause that. As a sibling, your sibling was in Canada while you were in Brazil, or wherever they were, wherever you were. Why does it matter? Why does it matter if Harry was in Brazil or Ghana or Antarctica? Why does it matter? The only thing that should matter to William is where William is. William is in Brazil. William knows where he is. And that's it. Why are we still talking about it to the point that the palace is denying to People magazine that Harry had informed them that he would be in Canada? Why does Harry even have to inform them of anything, you guys? I don't understand this. If it's that important to William to know at all times where his brother is going to be, maybe it's time for William to extend the olive branch to his brother, right? And so that they communicate by email or text message like normal people do these days. And so they will know where each other will be without all the middlemen and middlewomen who conveniently forget to inform the prince or the duke, as the case may be, where the other will be, so that there are no surprises and there are no conflicts. Because if William finds Harry's whereabouts to be so important and relevant to William's whereabouts, it means that William needs to be more in contact with Harry. Harry does not live in England. Harry is not a working royal. Harry lives in Montecito, California. He is living as a private citizen. He's not allowed to use his HRH. He's not His Royal Highness the Duke of Sussex or His Royal Highness Prince Harry. He's just Prince Harry and Billy. He's Billy Prince Harry at this point, because every day we hear calls for them to lose their titles. I can't wait to see what happens if indeed they lose the titles. Now he's just Harry and Meghan is just Meghan. Are they still required to tell them their travel plans at that point? Because even though you take the titles, he's still going to be King Charles's son. Everybody's going to still connect him to the royal family in England, and he's still going to have his same schedule, perhaps even more, because at this point he's gone from fame to infamy for losing his titles in such a public way. This is all hypothetically, of course. And so what are they going to do then? Because at that point, once they take the titles, Harry really has no connection to the family and no obligation to tell him where he's going to be. Why doesn't William grow one, right? And just man up and admit that Harry is just a more popular public figure than William is, even though William is the one who is the heir to the throne. Harry is more popular. And so Harry's whereabouts are more newsworthy to the news and to the consumers of the news, which is why he gets more attention than William. It doesn't mean Harry's better than William. It's just that he's more popular, and William just has to accept that. And if it's so important to him not to be upstaged by his brother, then change your relationship with your brother so that you have a brotherly relationship, so that you're texting each other every couple of days or even every day, and you're talking on the phone and you know what's going on in each other's lives. And so you will know that he is going to be in Canada without needing your staff to receive his memorandum or his official email, because I'm assuming all of those things go through all these channels that by the time it gets to William, it could be days late, right? Whereas if William would get off his high horse and actually develop and renew his relationship with his brother, right? Extend the olive branch, get over the past, get over your pettiness, get over your jealousy, William, okay? And extend your arm to your brother, extend the olive branch to your brother, right? Start having a brotherly relationship once again. Text each other, talk directly. Get rid of the middle people, because they are all, for the most part, troublemakers, and they are instigators, and they are enjoying this rift, right? It feeds them. It feeds the press. It feeds your employees. It feeds everybody. It feeds the public, members of the public who enjoy war. People love war. People love conflict. People are bored with peace. Peace is boring. It's just boring, right? People want to keep this going. It's gossip. They love the talking and the gossip. Did you hear what happened? Oh my God. They love this, right? Get rid of all the middle people, William. Get back in touch with your brother. He has certainly made enough overtures at this point. He has made it publicly known that he wants to get back in a good relation with his family. He has come to meet with your dad, William. You are the next, what do you call it? You're the next head of state. You're the next king. Show an example. You're the older brother. If Harry's whereabouts are that important to you, develop a better relationship with your brother so that you know where he is at all times, even before your staff. You can tell your staff where your brother is going to be because you have a relationship with your brother. Otherwise, your brother doesn't owe you anything. He doesn't owe you telling you ahead of time his whereabouts. He really doesn't. He's a grown man. He's in his 40s, right? He lives in a foreign country. You've stripped him of his HRH. You're on the verge of stripping him of his title, if all your royal experts are to be believed. You can't stand his wife. You don't know anything about your niece and nephew. You could care less. Nothing at all, right? So listen, you don't have any leg to stand on as far as forcing Harry to inform you where he's going, whether it's to Canada, the Ukraine, Russia, Ghana, the Caribbean, nowhere at all. It's not your business. It's not your business, William. It's not your business, William, unless you want to develop a normal relationship with your brother. They kind of look alike in this. These two pictures, don't they kind of look alike? Don't they kind of look alike? I mean, I know some people in Sussex Squad and some people on the other side, the last thing they want is for these two to reconcile. I wouldn't mind at all, actually. I wouldn't mind at all if they made up. But if they don't, fine. But don't sit there pouting because Harry got more press than you got, William. Harry was always the brother who got press. Harry is a magnetic guy. He gets press, which is why if you had 2 cents in your head, You should have kept him around. You should have kept him close to the monarchy. He's good for the monarchy. He gets press. People care. And caring about Harry means they would care about the monarchy. You bleeping moron. You bleeping moron. And I say this with love. I say this with love. You're a bleeping moron. All of you, you should have held on to Harry. And if Harry comes with a certain woman, you don't have to love the woman. He loves the woman. You keep Harry to keep him. You respect his wife.